Okay, so what I've been working on for the past week, or I guess 2 or 3 days, is these blue heads, these blue characters, and I'm focused on making them look unique because a lot of my faces look similar when I draw them, and these do look a lot alike, but there is some variation going on, and I think that drawing these heads is, well, first of all, it's fun. I really enjoy it. And it's a little bit different than drawing machines. It's different than drawing cyberpunk, futuristic, surrealist artwork. It's different, and I like it. You know, drawing more real things, drawing people, drawing characters, working on design. And so these turned out pretty good. I like a few of them. Some of them aren't too great. I used a blue Pigma Micron, and I like the blue. I think it looks better than black, honestly. I like black ink, but it's great to switch it up a bit, change it, and you know, get into something different. And so I also used some colored pencils, which kind of look like watercolors towards the end result, but it's just Prismacolors. And so I used some different blues, a true blue Prismacolor, some pinks. I was going to use some markers, but the issue with markers is that they bleed through the page, and, well, I guess I could just put a piece of paper under the page so it doesn't bleed to the other side. But also the markers are kind of they're not light enough, because with with colored pencils you can really get texture, different shades of colors going. You can mix them together a lot more easier, and it depends on the pressure you put on the page with Prismacolors. But with markers, you just put it down and it kind of stays like that. Unless you get very light shaded markers and then you're very careful with it, you can go back and mix in marker. But I feel like colored pencils are easier, for me at least, so that's why I used them. And yeah, I had fun with that. I filled 2 of these pages, and in the beginning of the video I showed one page. That's the page that I was working on for the past couple days. And so I drew 2 pages here, although the second page doesn't have too many drawings on it. There's this one head with a lot of noses in a spiral on a head, and I like that. That one's kind of interesting looking. And I drew some bald heads, some with hair, some without hair. Okay, and I did some stippling. I find that when I stippling is very helpful for giving the head a nice perspective, for giving it a nice 3D look. That's how I imagine it in my head when I'm drawing these heads. I use the dots as kind of a guideline, or guide dots, so I get the shape right in my head or whatever. So, but yeah, that's the drawings here for today, or yesterday. Obviously, I posted this video yesterday. In the beginning, you can see some fireworks and stuff going off, and I'm getting through the sketchbook. I'm getting through it, and it's turning out pretty good, I would say. It's definitely one of my best sketchbooks. It probably is my best, I would say, because every sketchbook that I go into, the next one is just better than the last. I mean, the last sketchbooks I made were not amazing, sort of terrible, but these two, the two sketchbooks that I have and I'm drawing in right now, are pretty good. They're pretty good, and I'm having fun with them. And you know, I don't know how many more sketchbooks I'm gonna make. Probably how many I'm gonna fill. I'll probably fill a couple hundred more by the time I'm like 80 years old, or maybe like 3,000 sketchbooks. I'll have an entire room full of sketchbooks stacked up to the ceiling, and there's going to be a maze. Okay, look, get ready for this. Okay, well, it'll be a few decades. Okay, but when I make the video, it'll be a maze. Okay, and you walk into the room, there's sketchbooks lined up toward, all stacked to the ceiling, and you have to find your way out. Or maybe I'll just fill up an entire house with sketchbooks and make a maze in there. And you'll have to find some secret enchanting manuscript inside of the house, which has a treasure map inside, and then you, of course, look for the treasure. That's kind of an idea I have to do with these sketchbooks. Kind of random, kind of a random thought that I had, but I don't see anyone else doing it. So, yeah, that's the drawing here. I had fun, made some good ones, some bad ones, but all in all, I had a great time. That's all I had to say for this video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.